Okay. Oh, double check. Okay. 6 months con Leila.
6 months. I hate that I have to go like this. So 6 months.
But not really, you just gotta.
Well, I can't hear myself.
Okay, well. Um yeah, where you wanna start?
We've kept the baby alive for 6 months. That's amazing.
We kept our baby alive for 6 months. Do you wanna like talk about the first week? Because we never did that, but like we did that video, but we never posted. So like you wanna go from there and just like, mese de mese adelante?
Um, I feel like it's gonna be too long though.
No, 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 like short things. Like the first
Okay.
okay, so like the first week for us was the worst.
Let's do a game. We're gonna do
So 20 minutes.
no. We're gonna do 3 minutes of each month. No,
uh
3 minutes for the first month. Ready? You're gonna say 3 minutes. You're gonna say
no, I'm just trying to get what's more like. Go ahead. Go ahead. You gotta talk to the mic, babe.
okay, let's do 3 minutes of just the first month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes and go. Okay. The first month, shit show. They fucking lie. It is not beauty. You do not see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have that kid. You do not. You're sleep deprived. You love them, but you're so scared to break them. Um, you literally don't eat. I used to eat maybe what once a day, and it was fucking cold toast and cold coffee. If it wasn't because of my sister, our dogs would have fucking died of starvation or taking them out. And honestly, it was just a shit show. You just gotta do what you gotta do to survive and keep that baby alive for the first week because it's literally the most nervous wreck I've been like in my whole life. Okay, you go.
Okay, so first month for me is basically like the only thing I can think of because I really can't remember like month by month. But the only thing I remember from the first month was like our first week. That I remember the sack day. Well, not the sack day, but the sack day that this happened. It was just like Layla was going to sleep, and she went to sleep normal, and out of nowhere she started crying, crying and crying and crying. No, the first week you didn't even say it. The first month it was legit just about
Oh yeah, first month.
discovering why she kept crying and then crying and crying. And Kat kept telling me she was like, "There's something wrong with the baby. She's crying in pain." And we don't know why she keep crying. And I'm like, no, that's normal. Like she's probably just getting used to the formula, and then breastfeeding at the same time. It was kind of like a little overwhelming for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it took us a whole month to figure out that Layla was allergic to milk, so she wouldn't sleep at night because she was in pain. We would go to the doctors and tell them like there's something wrong with the baby. She keeps crying every time she eats, and they were like, no, 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 there's something wrong with the baby. But her mother, she knew so there was something wrong with the baby.
Yeah.
So that was basically our first month trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with
Okay.
Layla.
Let me just tell you this. Um, Layla, when you have your baby or any new parent out there, if you're a first time parent and your gut is telling you something's wrong with my child, be consistent with your doctor because our doctor would not take us serious because we were first time parents. They literally were just like, it's colic. She probably has gas. We did everything. We did the massages, the little like squishing her legs
You couldn't
for
take
her
the
to like
vacuum.
for her to like be able to fart. And it just wasn't it. Like I could tell my daughter was crying out of pain. And I was so consistent till they finally decided to test her. And they did indeed find blood in her stool. So just keep being consistent. We're mothers, but um
Yeah, not that the alarm. And whenever they were like there was like, yeah, there's blood on her diaper. It was like, It was like, what? We should have seen it. Like, they're like, no, the it's not visible for the eyes. I was like, oh, great
Yeah.
to know. Great to know. And then yeah, we finally figured out that that was what was wrong with her. But before that, the one day that I remember is that she was supposed to sleep. She was supposed to go to sleep around 10. Um, she went to sleep for like 30 minutes. Then she was up till like 5 a.m. Me and Kat, we was like, yo, we was looking at each other. It's like, you take 10 minutes, I take 10 minutes. Try to put her to sleep, baby her, walk around, everything. And this baby would not go to sleep at all. It was to the point that it was like, we can't fit in the baby milk because we thought she was hungry. Like,
That was the first night. That was the first night.
no, that was not the first night. Not that wasn't the first night.
Oh.
That was like around the first week.
Oh yeah.
The first 2 days or 3 days was fine. We was sleepy, but
Yeah.
not like that night. That night I remember because it was so bad that I remember that she was like, go get the baby's bottle, and I was like, okay, and I came out here and I was warming up the water for the bottle, and I literally fell asleep on top of the table right here. She was like, where were you? I was like, oh, nothing. Like I didn't want to tell her. Like I was just done. Finally, I don't even remember how this baby fell asleep, but she fell asleep on the bed. She closed her eyes and she was done. I was like, babe, don't fucking move. Do not move. We left the baby on the middle of the bed. Kat was sleeping this way, and I was like on the middle of the bed on the left side, other way on the left, almost falling down from the bed. I was like, I don't care. Don't you fucking move. We sleeping right now. I just want to close my eyes. And that's the one night that I remember. That was like the worst.
That was the worst.
And
Like
that was when she had a food, not food, but milk allergy still.
yeah. I mean, I guess she had the allergy since she was born, and they just never considered it. And we struggled with the first month with not finding out. But here we are, 6 months later. Okay.
I can't wait till we get two mics. I mean, I have two mics, but I can't wait till I set it up for this. Okay, so the second month, what do you remember from that?
I feel like from the second month to like the fourth month, nothing really changed. Like we were just vibing, just going with the flow. Like nothing really switched. Like it was just basically keeping her alive in a way, like making sure she ate every 2 to 3 hours. Nothing crazy. I feel like it was the first month that was a big deal to us because, like sleep deprivation, not eating, all that crazy ish. And then the second month, it was just beautiful because we got her to hello. We got her to sleep. We got her on a sleeping schedule. And this girl, I remember clearly I got my period that day, and I was sleeping uncomfortable for a month because she was sleeping on the bed with us. We actually were co-sleeping, and I know a lot of you are gonna say, or maybe none of you are gonna say that it's dangerous, like co-sleeping because of, like suffocating the baby and whatever. But we had a co-sleep for the sake of our own sanity of being able to sleep, and that literally that 4 mark period, I got my period, my first period. And if you're a lady out there, or if nobody's watching or you're hearing, but the first period, it's so bad for a woman after birth. It's painful, it's horrible. And I remember just being like, I need to sleep comfortable tonight, and I need to be able to just relax my body. And I cannot do that with Layla on the bed because it's like I'm constantly checking that I'm not like, rolling over, or Jeremy's not rolling over. So I put her in the bassinet and I said, baby girl, you're gonna sleep here tonight. And I remember I held her, like her hand, like with her tiny little finger. She wouldn't let go of my hand the whole night. And I slept like this the whole night, like with her holding my finger like this. And then I would turn around and I would change hands and I slept with my finger the other way. So my shoulders were done that night. But I feel like that made a big difference because I guess she understood that I wasn't gonna like go anywhere. That she was like, okay, I'm not sleeping with them, but they're still there. And every time she cried, I would rub her belly and be like, I'm right here. And that marked such a difference because ever since that night, she slept in her bassinet like 10 hours, 10 to 12 hours a day. I mean, hours a night. So now, thank God, she sleeps through the night. We honestly have a good baby when it comes to sleeping.
Yeah, I think the one thing that it was hard for us, it was just figuring out who's gonna stay up for that day. Like basically not up, but who's in charge of the if the baby wake up, because she does wake up here and there because she love her little pacifier. That's what
Her
it's called.
little binky, her
Binky,
bubble.
yeah, Bobo. So she loves her Bobo, and every time he falls, she cries, and she cries like really loud, you know. So it's basically who's in charge on getting that, and also who's in charge of making sure she was breathing. Because I think that one thing that we all do as a parent, I could say, is like the baby sleeps so calm that we don't know if they're breathing. So literally, you gotta stare at her belly
Yeah.
to see if she's moving. Sometimes you gotta touch her nose to see if she's
Like,
breathing.
really,
Like
real
legit, like
life.
they sleep so calmly. Like it's crazy how when they awake, when they cry, they are so loud, but when they go to sleep, it's like
Silent.
sleep. Like you gotta watch them for like a good minute to see if they're still breathing. But
Yeah.
I guess that, and just finding out like a little schedule, like you
Like her
know
sleeping schedule.
yeah, like her sleeping schedule, and also like her meal schedule, because she had milk allergy. Her schedule for eating was literally
She
a
had a
mess.
dairy allergy. That's what she has. She has a dairy allergy that basically she's allergic to the protein of the dairy. Um, we're not doctors. We don't know what to explain, but that's what we know, and we've been reading to for the sake of our daughter. Of you, Layla, because you're expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And for Kat, obviously, because she wanted you to like breastfeed so bad. She kept trying to do this whole dairy diet.
Oh my
And it was
god.
so bad for me and for her, because I can say for me, but it was worse for Kat. But I felt so guilty of eating anything that I would be just like, "Can I eat this?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, you can eat it." But I would feel guilty. Like I would feel guilty about eating anything that she couldn't eat.
Mhm.
So she will go to work sometimes. She's like, "Yeah, I can't eat that." So I'm like, "Babe, what did you eat?" She's like, "Nothing. Everything they had over there has dairy." And we literally, if you just don't know that most of the things you buy
Has
has,
dairy.
yeah. So it's like she had to like literally get an app, pay for the app to find out what she could eat or not. And at the end of the day, I think she did that for like 2 months, and still there was something still bothering Layla. So at the end of the day, Layla probably has like something with the dairy, but also with
It was,
soy
yeah,
or something.
soy. They said that the soy and the dairy go hand in hand. So I did 2 months no dairy, and I remember that one night that we got Wingstop.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
I
Did
was
you
too
get it or I
weak.
get it?
What? What?
Did you get the Wingstop? Why got it? Like who bought
I
it?
I
Because I
think you
know
got
you
him.
was like do you think I can have some?
Okay, so I got Wingstop. I don't. I called. They told me no, we don't make the wings with milk because apparently, if some like KFC actually dip their chicken in milk and then they batter it up and they deep fry it. Wingstop doesn't. So I go and I'm like, oh, perfect. Okay, I'll just have wings. I was so excited to eat Wingstop because I hadn't ate it for months, and I hadn't had dairy in two over 2 months, right? And I'm enjoying it. And then I'm like, wow, this is hitting. Like, this is so good. And when I noticed, I had dipped my chicken wing on the blue cheese, remember?
Yes, that's what happened.
And I cried. Like, I freaked out. I remember I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, all my hard work for 2 months down the drain because with like the doctor literally told me like nothing, like no consumption, no cross contamination, absolutely nothing. And there's my fat ass dipping freaking wings on blue cheese. And then I was like, crap. Like I had a breakdown. I had a breakdown. I couldn't eat anymore. Jeremy had to like calm me down.
She calmed down, and I was like, "But you might as well just finish because you already like, you already fucked up. So you might as well enjoy your food." And she felt really guilty, and she tried to do it again, but I was like, you know what? I think it's not gonna be good to be like going back from like breastfeeding and formula because we didn't know if the formula was gonna work on her. But she hated that formula when we first got it. When we first got it, she used to cry still in pain because we had a mix. Yeah, we couldn't change the formula right away. I guess that's how they do it. You gotta go like little by little. So we had to mix the other formula, knowing damn well that she was gonna still have pain because we was using we had dairy, so we had to give that formula with the new one. So until we did the whole change to the new formula, that's when we like started to figure things out with Layla.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. It was just that. Like I think that's what made it so hard with her because Layla has been such a good kid, and like she goes to sleep really early.
She sleeps. She's like Layla. You're such a sleepy baby. You got that from me. You go to sleep at 10 and you wake up till 10 in the morning of the next day. Like you only cry maybe 2 or 3 times for the bobo, that stupid bobo that we're gonna have to struggle taking it away from you. You love that binky. And
And we blame the nurse for that.
yeah, honestly, the nurse that shoved that binky in your mouth the first day at the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, but apart from that, you're perfect. You're like wonderful. You're a great kid. I fucking love you.
But I guess we can't even blame the bubble because it does help. When you
Mm-hmm.
cry, you stop. So you love your bubble, and we don't mind when you're not
When you
crying anymore
cry.
because you do cry. When you do cry,
Oh my
oh
god,
my
sister, you
god,
cry, bestie.
oh
You
my
like
god. I wish I
you
could have like the noise gate that I have in this mic, so it would black out the
unos
noise.
pulmones que tú tienes. I think you might be a singer.
Cuando te llamamos de papi, he would just put. He was like, "Here's your child." When you start crying. Yes. Um. So besides that, hmm, what else?
That's it. It was literally the first 4 months that were a struggle. But after that, fifth month, it's been wonderful. You're more Janita, so we can cargando you everywhere. You're starting to learn how to sit, which is super cute. You sit and you won't like you tilt over and then you're finally sitting on your high chair. You did try um
Oh yeah, she's starting to eat. She's
cereal.
starting to eat cereal and la
Yeah.
compota también. She's
Yeah.
starting to try
El
that.
Gerber.
But I think one of the things that I struggle the most with her is because like now she has her own little time now. She goes to sleep, but now she wants to be awake as well. Like she doesn't go to sleep. Like she takes little kitty naps, which is
Maybe your
like
cat naps.
cat naps, kitty naps, and like for like 30 minutes, and then after that she's like off for like 3 hours
Like
straight,
wide
and
open.
it's like sometimes she doesn't want to be sitting down. She just wants to be standing up. And to me, it's like, how the hell do you know when you're standing up or not? You're still sitting, whether I'm up or not. But I guess you just want to like something different. So I
Hmm.
guess when I struggle a little bit, it's like, what do I do? Like I do tummy time with you.
Hmm.
I,
It's like you're so little that
she can't stand by herself still. She doesn't
exactly. So
crawl.
it's like the more time we have, it's like, oh hello, like what are we gonna do with you now? Like
Yeah, like she wants to watch TV. She loves watching one. We don't want you to be a
an
tablet
iPad
kid
kid.
or as they call it, but also we can't really do anything besides dance around with you.
And we do that. Like
And
we
we
literally do everything and then an hour later it's like, well,
yeah, what's next?
yeah.
And it's like, what's next? Like, if anybody's watching this, if you guys have any like things to like give us like tips of what to do with the baby, maybe after we get, I guess we do everything. But I guess if you guys have anything that you guys do with your baby, let us know.
Or not.
Or not. I mean,
We'll figure it out.
yeah. I mean, but I guess it's just give it. I guess it's just we spend time with you. We watch TV. We dance with you. We
We
jump
try
you
to keep a
around.
balance.
But sometimes it's just like 1 hour. Like you,
Okay,
you,
wait.
you don't like sitting down too much.
Yeah, you hate sitting. You're gonna be a moving child. Okay, wait. What's your favorite thing of Layla right now?
Um, favorite thing of Layla. You go. I'll think.
Okay. My favorite thing of Layla, of you right now, is that you are like being more like you're noticing more. So I know when you stare at me and when you like try to grab my face and you're like, you
She's
know what I mean?
nosy. She's not just.
Yeah, like you're nosy. Like no, she's not nosy.
She's learning.
She's
Yeah.
learning. So she's very like she likes to, pay attention. And I just love that cuz it's like you're seeing everything with new eyes. Like it's just beautiful to see it. Like
I guess if I had to pick something that's like that really stands out from her, it will be like her smile. Like she's such a happy baby. As soon as I walk in, she just like smiles at me, like the biggest smile.
Mhm.
If I wake up, she just and sees me, she
She
would
just smiles.
smiles. Like it's like hello, like where are you been? Like, and it's like it fills you up when you see her smiling. And after seeing her first week of just crying, not at the hospital, because at the hospital she was fine, but at home, and now seeing that she still is that happy baby, and she hasn't stopped smiling ever since then. I just want her to keep smiling. Just keep smiling, baby. Smile to the whole world. Don't let nobody take that smile out of your face.
And if they do,
I'll punch him in the face.
okay. Okay, what's one thing, sorry. What's one thing you love about being a parent?
Um, One thing that I love about being a parent. Huh. Those are tough questions. I didn't even see that there.
I wrote questions down. Oh, this is our little handy dandy surviving Layla parenting book where we're gonna be writing down like your favorite stuff during the months that we have you or like certain stuff that we've done. Maybe you find it in the future and you're like, oh wow, this is cool. Or not. Whatever. You go.
Okay, so I guess if I had to choose something that I like or favorite, my favorite thing of be just being a parent, it would be like having somebody that I can just cuddle all the time.
You do love cuddling.
So she doesn't like cuddling, by the way. I do. But she's just so big and squishable and cute, like this, yeah, like that. Now that's not how we cuddle, but yes. I guess that's the best part because I know when she's like a little bigger, she's gonna be like a little daddy girl. So I know that's gonna be our thing. Just like, daddy, can we go take a nap? And I'm gonna be like, yes, let's go. So that's what I think that's one thing that I'm waiting, but it's also that I already do with her, even though she doesn't like it. But yes, you took that away from Kat. By the way, I used to do that with her.
What?
Just cuddle you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't get any cuddle time anymore.
That's such a liar. I was cuddling you
Okay.
right now last night when you were sick.
Okay. What's one
What's
thing?
yours?
Oh, honestly, everything. I love being a mother. Like I never thought that. Okay, first of all,
Oh yeah, I love. You said one thing.
oh, yeah, that's one thing.
No, that's
Being a
not one.
mother.
That's not one. One thing. Pick one.
Um, just seeing you grow. It's like bittersweet though because I can't wait for you to say your first words, but also I can because I don't want to rush time. But it's just the new screams, her screaming lately, it just
Mm,
brightens
Yo
like
lo que
the
quiero ver es tu
house.
personalidad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to grow too fast, but I also want to know like how you're gonna act. I
Mhm.
already see that you have the
Oh my
same
god.
face expression that I
Girl,
do.
you have your daddy's expression. Like every time somebody comes up to you and talks to you like too high pitch, like I kid you not, our dog, like Layla, if somebody comes up to her and she's like let's say the mic's the baby, like the mic's Layla, like the mic's you, and they come there like, oh my, literally, Layla does this. She looks at you and looks at me, and then she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like her eyes basically just tell me like, "What the fuck is she doing?" Or like, "Ma'am, mom, what is she doing?" You know what I mean? Like she's very expressive with her eyes. Like with your eyes, you're gonna say whatever you want to say.
Yes. Next question.
Okay. Um, what's one thing you love about me being a mother?
So I always thought you was gonna be a good mother because I just I saw how you treated your dog, your first one, and then now we got two. So I always knew you was gonna be a good mom. I guess what's one thing that I love about you being a mother that you now you have somebody that wait, do I gotta say like something you do or something that you got from being a mother?
No, something that I do, like something that you love to see from me
Um,
being a mom.
well, no, I'm gonna say something better. Something that I love to see is that now you have a best friend that you can like just go out and have your little time, and now I can stay home and play. No, no. But besides that, now you have like a little best friend. Even yesterday, I was driving back home. She's like, this is my best friend. I was like, I thought that I was your friend, your best friend. I thought I was your person. I guess you got two person now, so
Yeah.
whatever. So that's one thing I like that you have somebody else that's there for you now.
Okay. I you took it too much in depth.
Whatever.
What I love about you being a father is just seeing you be so like protective over Layla. Like the way that you're always like yelling at me for little stuff. Like, don't leave the baby there. Or, like little stuff like that. Just seeing you be a dad. It's like such a like, like,
Don't get a little freaky
okay,
over
no,
here.
honey, we're not doing
Okay.
that. But you know what I mean? Like just you being a dad, it's such like like I love it. Okay, stop.
Hey, hey.
All right. Now we're gonna get into the adults part of the video. Um okay. How has being parents changed our relationship?
What do you mean?
Like how has having Layla changed our dynamic? Like how do you feel like it's like has it changed it? Has it stayed the same? Has it like how what do you feel?
One thing that I noticed is now that we definitely like talk more. Like we definitely like we always had like good conversation, and we always had we always talk for everything about anything that was bothering us. But I feel like now we do it more, and now we are more open to it because now we have a whole kid. Like it's not like we can afford to like hide things inside and just start arguing, arguing about it. I feel like now we just like, if something bothers you, we
We
just say it on the spot. We're like, listen, this is going on, and we just stop there. Cause now it's like I guess that's one thing we always talk about. Like we didn't want to be arguing in front of the kid. So now instead of waiting for that one thing to pile up, we just, go ahead and try to like, get over it.
Mhm.
Not get over it, but like talk about
But
it.
yeah, talk
Yeah. That
about it.
yours?
Okay. I feel like well, first of all, I feel like our dynamic hasn't changed. I feel like if anything, it's gotten us just to be stronger in a way because now we like prioritize. Like we used to we prioritize our relationship, but now we prioritize our family. Like it's not just me and you, it's we have our daughter
And the dogs.
and the dogs. But like like I hate to say it, but like with a dog it's easier if you get divorced. It's just, it's easier to manage, but
Yeah,
now
Brooklyn is mine.
yeah, no. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like it's easier. But also it's not perfect because like he said we have learned to communicate, but it's trust me, it's not going to be perfect at the beginning because even if we communicate, we need to learn how to communicate. And that's one thing that we're still getting on communicating to the point where we're not going to argue when we talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
Ooh, you
like
know
we get,
what?
like, because we are so tired at the beginning, we used to get very
Yeah, I
triggered.
was about to say the same thing. I
Yeah.
was like, the first month that we didn't even say that. The first month we would argue about like the
The
stupidest shit.
stupidest shit.
It's like, you didn't clean the dishes or something like that? But we would just like get mad at each other. But at the same time, like I will understand, like she just needs to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what she needs.
Yeah.
So it wasn't her talking. It was just sleep depressed.
I was just tired, No, tired. But no, definitely like we're 6 months in and like we're still learning and like our main concern and our main focus is Layla. So I feel like as long as we keep that in mind,
Yeah.
we'll push through.
Yep.
Um uh much the good questions that I wanted to ask. Oh wait, okay, last one. What do you feel has been the biggest challenge during this last 6 months?
Finding balance. Definitely finding
Definitely.
balance.
Yes.
We're still working on
Yes.
that. I can't even tell you like it's been 6 months, but it's I'm still trying to find balance.
Yes. I feel like because you took that one right out of my mouth, I feel like to me that was the main one, but also um being okay with not being okay. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as a mom and like as a wife, I'm constantly stressing with like, wait, what was the question again? Hold on. Because I felt like I was going somewhere with this, but I forgot the question. It's oh, the biggest challenge. Yeah, being okay with not being okay. Like, knowing that you're doing enough even if it doesn't feel like it. Like, that's
Oh
one thing
yeah.
that like gets to me. And like I've told him, like the other day
She started
I started
crying.
crying in the
She was like,
shower.
I feel like I'm not doing enough. And I'm like,
Yes.
what else can you do? Like
Like
she's 6 months. She's 6 months. It's like what I was just saying. Like, what else can we do with her?
like Layla's up.
Go, go, go. Hurry up! I got that part. You can't even see yourself, by the way. But yeah, you want to take care of the baby because I don't even want to cut this part. This is just for Layla, so I'm not cutting anything, and you can't see anything anyways in the back. Um, yeah. What was he saying? What were we talking about?
The biggest challenge.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going. I don't remember.
Oh, like I said, just being okay with not being okay. Like, to learn that, take it day by day. And I'm still learning. Trust me, it's not. It's not easy. Like, know that if you read one or two books to your kids and maybe went over three colors, that's enough. Like, your kids, like, she'll eventually learn. But like, I get so stressed with like thinking I'm not doing enough. And it's like you said, what else can you do? She's 6 months. But then again, it's like, I feel like we need to do tummy time. We should learn the colors. I should read more books. I should take her out for a walk, but it's freezing outside. So, it's like just, you know, not being okay. Some days is okay. Like, that's it. Leave it at that. Don't stress it. You're doing your best you can. And as long as you're keeping that kid alive, feeding them, making sure they're sleeping, keeping them warm or keeping them cold if you live in some, I don't know, hot state, keep surviving, you're doing great, I guess.
And if you ever scratch me the way you scratch me when you are older, good luck, Layla.
You mean scratch?
What did I say?
Scratch? Oh, scratch.
Scratch. Like
Yeah,
the
because
way she be
look at
scratching. The way she
look at
no.
how you have him. Like,
Like not my face. You can't even
girl,
see my face because of the beard, but she be scratching my
you're
hands
like a
when she's
little
eating.
gatita. You're like, meow.
Yeah. So right now it's okay, but if you do this, when you're older, good luck.
Um, yeah.
That's it. That's what I got.
Okay.
Okay. See you next time.
You're stuck with us for the rest of your life. Good luck, Layla.
Uh huh.
Ow, you keep hitting me.